Hello. Today I would like to do a review of the Sabercade Viper and Sabercade as a company. I decided to do the review because there were only 2 videos on YouTube about Sabercade as a company and none about the specifics lightsaber. I ordered the Viper because I actually placed an order for 2 different Saberforge lightsabers, and I was told at the time I ordered that I would have those probably by Christmas. I ordered those on October 13th. It's now January 26th, and the last email I got from them, which was a week ago, said materials probably won't be in until March, which means I won't get my sabers till sometime in April. I wanted something to hold me over to use for combat in the meantime until those come in, if they ever come in. So that leads me to Sabercade as a company. Last Friday night, I was looking around at sabers. What could I maybe get fast? What could I maybe get that would last me? I looked at maybe an Ultra Sabers grab bag. This is my girlfriend's, not mine. But I hate not having sound. And the Ultra Saber grab bags, they're just stunt sabers. They don't have sound. And I don't really care for Ultra Sabers, the feel of an Ultra Saber in my hand. They feel chunky and heavy. I've used Saberforge, I've used Ultra Sabers, and I much prefer the lighter, faster Saberforge feel. So I saw the Etsy store Sabercade, and I saw their website, and this looked a little too good to be true, but they had a great replacement policy, returns policy. They have a 1-year blade replacement policy, including dueling. They have a 6-month electronics policy. So I figured I'd email them, ask them some questions. So I emailed them on Friday night, and we had multiple messages back and forth right away to find out what he had already ready to go. Didn't have to wait on build times or anything like that. Settled on this Viper. The Viper is $99 shipped, so no extra tax, no extra shipping and handling, just $99, which is, for what you're getting, I think, a great price. Features of this blade, it is RGB. It does have flash on clash effects. It has sound. It has 3 different sound fonts. It has blade effects, which I will get into show you. It's rechargeable lithium ion, comes with the charger. You know, there's a lot going for it. Actually, if you want to purchase a second Viper and a $10 coupler, you can make it a saber staff. So there's a lot going for it, and we'll get into the details and the nitty gritty. I know you want to see this thing light up, so let's go with that first. So there it is on the blue setting, and sound font 1. There are 3 different sound fonts. The flash on clash effect is probably my favorite feature. And it has a lockup effect as well. Everything is controlled by this one button. It is a lit button. Everything is controlled by this one button. You'll see me kind of look like I'm counting in my head. I'm counting the number of vibrations I feel to tell me what I'm about to do when I release the button. It does not have like vibration for when you're just holding it. It's just for your feedback on what your button's going to do. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the sound fonts first so that I can then mute it for the rest of the video. Just to change sound fonts, you do have to turn it off, which you just do basically by holding down the button for 5 pulses.
2.
The accelerometer is not bad. It's not a Nano Biscotti 4 or you know, a Crystal Focus or anything along those lines. But for what you're paying, you're not going to get sound like this from pretty much any other blade or lightsaber. So there's not a lot of variety in the sound fonts, but there's some. And I think that 2 is my favorite, and 3, maybe it's 3 the sound font itself, but it just seems a little extra touchy, like makes the swing sounds when you're not actually using it. 3 pulses will mute the saber. I don't know, you might have even heard that buzz as it tells me that it's muted now. Alright, so one really neat thing I like about this too is you can change the blade effect. It's going to be pretty subtle on the video, but so right now it's got a very light pulse effect. Maybe you can see that. This is a solid blade. This is a somewhat more muted blade. Even dimmer. I don't know why you'd ever want to go dimmer. And this is a more pronounced pulse effect. You can definitely see that in the video, I'm sure. A faster pulse goes all the way to off. Then there's this, which unless you're trying to wave in I don't know, an X-wing or something, I can't see why you want to use this. But I really do like this subtle pulse. It's a fairly kind of a heartbeat almost. Then the other colors. Let's go through, cycle through the colors. Oh, that's the blade lockup, sorry. This is a cyan, white, pink, peach for whatever reason. This red is actually really pretty solid and nice. Its solid colors are pretty fantastic. Its blend colors, This is like a yellow, green. Solid green. This is a very light blue. This is a nice solid blue. I think that's back to where we started. Yeah, that solid blue is where we started. So I'll keep it the cyan for the rest of this. Okay, so I mean everything has been really good up till now. Here are the drawbacks. Okay, first off, compared to a standard grab bag Ultra Saber, you may notice that the blade is significantly shorter, even though the hilts are almost the same length, and the hilt of the Sabercade Viper is actually a little longer than the hilt on this particular Ultra Saber. The hilt length is 10 3/8 inches, and again, it does feel really good in the hand. Biggest single drawback, this is not a 1-inch diameter blade. So you have to be very careful if you're ordering a longer blade to fit in this, because your standard blade sizes from Ultra Saber and Saber Forge and such aren't going to work. Like I said, it's a 7/8 inch diameter, and normally those are 1 inch. So the good news though is because of this hilt length, if you did get say like a 40-inch blade, add another 10 inches on here, this is an overall length of 39 inches, you would still be TSL legal for blade length. I don't know if they have any rules on the specifics of how the diameter of your blade, but your blade length would be good. This is also, I would call it a mid-grade combat grade. It is fairly thick, it's double diffused, it's got the cellophane in it, and it's got a kind of like a trans white, much like the Ultra Saber here. It just doesn't have, it's just not as thick walled. But again, it does have the blade replacement warranty, and it is meant for dueling, which they even pre-wrap the end piece. They pre-heat shrink that so that you don't have to worry about taping it or heat shrinking it. I'm going to use it in combat. I'm going to see how it holds up. I know it'll be light and fast. Be able to get some good strikes in there, so I'm not worried about that. The length is going to be an issue. I really wanted to order a longer blade, but until I try it out for a while, I don't see myself ordering a longer blade until I make sure that this thinner blade diameter is going to hold up. So again, $99 out the door. I really think it's worth the money at this point. It feels good, it's fun. It was a great company to work with, super fast. I did all that emailing with him on a Friday night. I had the blade in my hand the next Thursday. He shipped it out Saturday, and there was just some weather delays, I think, otherwise it would have been here on a Wednesday, which was a really nice change after dealing with the week delays and just getting an email back from Saberforge at this point. So, so that was nice. Really personable, good information, and they do have other blades. I don't know if any of their blades, any of their lightsabers have a 1-inch diameter blade or not. That's something I'm going to be asking the proprietor, because they're good values. I have a blade I'm looking at of his that's $125, really nice looking, and I just don't know if I want to get it with the thinner blade. I don't know if he's got a larger blade option. That was a little rambly, sorry for that, but I don't do a lot of reviews. Just felt that in this case it was worth doing because there wasn't a lot of information out there. But thank you for watching, and have a great day.